to the weekly Power Up update. Thank you, Terry, for hitting record. I was going to say that next. You're already ahead of the game, my friend. Thank you so much. So first of all, I'm going to get started up with affirmations because I was going to actually do that for me. So every day in every way, I'm getting better and better, right? And you guys can say it if you guys want, if you guys, every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day in every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter. All I need is within me now. I have perfect health. I have perfect health. I make other people's lives better with my presence, voice, and words. I attract amazing people to my life every day. Obviously, I was born to win. I will never surrender. I will always keep growing. I was born to be great. Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what. So thank you guys for those of you that shouted out the affirmations. I like to do these. I've been doing this for so many years now. I have those memorized in my brain. And I used to do them like a crazy person all by myself in my car, for many, many years. So thank you guys for participating in that. And we're going to get into the presentations here. So welcome to the Power Up Market Update. First thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about our movement and how we got started up here 4 years ago. I was actually sharing a video on social media just to give you guys some perspective. 4 years ago, I was only a couple months into the company and I had a group of 60 agents, right? And it was only a couple of months. Fast forward, obviously 4 years later, we're over 2,000 strong in 27 different states and also 8 countries now. And just wanted to give you guys perspective. It started off with three gals right here, Thanaidi, Brianna, and Limaidi. So just wanted to give you guys, those were the first 3 guesses in my movement. So I always like to give them a shout out because without them believing in me, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be having this conversation. So the vision, right? The vision is to become a global leader in the real estate industry by partnering with the most productive, innovative, and purpose-driven leaders. We are dedicated to driving growth and success for our agents and teams to provide exceptional service to our clients. That's the vision. The goals, right? Because it's something you guys want to do every single day. Your goals, you should read them out loud, and make sure you have them somewhere where you can see it. For a long time, I have them on my cell phone, literally in front of me, because you want to make sure you see them all the time. So our goal is to serve 21,000 families this year, 10 billion in volume, and grow an organization globally of over 10,000 agents strong. That is the massive goal this year. So just wanted to share that with you all. That way I can hold myself accountable as well. And we got some really powerful trainings coming up this week. So I just want to share those trainings. These are being done on Zoom, most of them. We are going to have some trainings in person as well. But all of our trainings are really geared around productivity, lead generation, skill building, and content creation. So I want to show you guys really quickly here the actual training calendar. You guys, if you guys are part of our email list, you should have received an email with all of this information already. And Terry will drop this into the chat as well, just in case you guys didn't get it. But these are the trainings that we have, this week. We have the Monday Mastermind with Dream Chasers. That this actually already happened at 9 o'clock. They have a special guest every week, and I absolutely love that training. The Power Up and Market Update. You guys are here right now. We also have our very amazing Mo in Bakersfield. Him and his team do about 150 transactions. So they do a skills mastery. They do it Monday through Thursday between 8:30 and 9:15. Really good stuff. They focus a lot of their energy on listings as well. So if you want to develop yourself as a listing agent, definitely make sure you connect with that training. We also have Richard Dascom, which has been in the business many, many, many years. I mean, a couple of decades now. He's an amazing broker. He's like one of the best at contracts disclosures. So he does trainings 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 8 p.m. So, if you want to tune into those trainings, that's going to be available and accessible for you guys as well. We also have our very own Jose Perez. He's an amazing broker out in the city of Downey. So he does skills and fundamentals Wednesdays between 10 and 11. Also very, very powerful class. He leads a very, really large team and brings a ton of value. So make sure you guys tune into that. We also have Liliana Matos also doing an amazing training every Wednesday between 10 and 11, all about scripts, buyers. She also does listings and higher end stuff. So make sure you guys tune into all this stuff. This is a really cool training that we have. You guys probably saw this. This is going to be live, so it's not going to be online. I've actually received a ton of people that have reached out and said, hey, is this going to be online? Unfortunately, this event is not going to be online. This is going to be a live event in Chino Hills. And get this, we are our third, we launched this thing, I think, on Thursday, and we already have 550 registered individuals for this event. We just launched it 3 days ago. So this is going to be absolutely powerful. We got Monica Singer, Gabe Mendez, Carla Giorgio, right? She's with Selling Tampa out in Florida. Marco and Jenny Chaidez, they do a lot of flips right there, and they've been on HGG TV. Liz Molina, you know, we have Bea, Crystal, we have Mr. Ashton Elliott with the posting agent. This kid is 21 years old. He's a millionaire, and he has like 2,500 clients, and he has a company called Posting Agent. He's also going to be sharing. So a lot of really great speakers. You guys definitely want to make it out to this event if you guys can. It's free, by the way, right? So you guys don't have to spend a ton of money. We're making it free. And we also have contract strategies with Scott Preston. This is a new class that we just added on. Scott actually has been part of our company for a while now. And I saw one of his trainings, and I was absolutely blown away with the way he trained. So if you guys want to have, you know, become masterful at contracts, this is a class you definitely want to take. And we also have listing presentation. If you guys want to literally sit through a live listing presentation, this is a training that you want to get to as well with Miss Marilu Bailon, 7:30 in the morning. You got to wake up early and get that done. Really powerful, powerful class. So I'm going to get back to the presentation here so we can go back to this thing. And all right, cool. Let me go to the next slide. Boom. All right. So we just talked about this event. You guys get there. Make sure you guys get registered if you haven't. And here is the weekly market update. These are the numbers for the last 7 days, okay? And for many of you have already seen this stuff, but if you have not seen this and you're wondering how you can get access, because I do have people that are tuning in here from all over the nation. If your county doesn't show up here, use the powerful tool that you have accessible to you when as a realtor, which is the MLS, right? So make sure you guys use your MLS and get the stats. But look at the numbers, guys. Look at these incredible numbers. In LA County, we had 1,000 homes listed last week. 1,071 went in escrow and 1,010 closed in the last 7 days. Average price is 1.3 million. The average days on the market is 41 days. And the volume just in LA County was $1.3 billion with a B, right? So 7 days, guys, that's incredible. Then we look at Orange County. 298 homes went active, 495 went under contract, right? You can see that active 298 and 495 went into escrow, right? That means that prices are coming up, guys. Prices are coming up, right? The pendings are higher than actives. Closed, we have 442 homes closed in the last 7 days. Average price is 1.2 million and 1.2 million. 37 days on the market. The days on the market also decreasing. I've been keeping track of that. 556 million in volume, right? That's just Orange County. Now we look at San Bernardino County, active 359, 466 pending, 339 closed, and 190 million in volume. Riverside, 550 active, 651 pending, 569 closed, $375 million in volume. San Diego, look at the days on the market in San Diego, 28 days. They're crushing all the counties, right? 433 actives, 601 pending, and 506 closed, right? So guys, this is about 2.6 billion, right, in volume in the last 7 days. So the question I ask everybody every week is like, how much of this volume do you guys want for yourself, right? Because this is not a question, is a real estate selling or not, right? There is absolutely homes being listed. There's absolutely homes being going under contract, right? So you just got to figure out a way to get in front of more customers. That's basically the moral of the story, right? Because there's plenty of volume. And I've done this for years, by the way, guys. Every single week, the numbers are relatively similar, no matter what's happening in the media, right? So it's just very powerful. Use this in dialogue. Use this in conversation. When you're talking to your buyers, you're talking to your sellers, make sure that you're using these stats, because people are always going to ask you about real estate anyways. So give them the real details, right? Yes, there's changes happening, but the fact of the matter is are homes being listed? Absolutely, every single week. Also, if you guys want to capture some more listings, you guys can go after this expired market, right? We had 417 expired off the market last week. I share with you guys every week, you guys have to use a guarantee offering. That's one of the most popular ways to get listings through the phone, right? Because they're going to get expired, especially they're going to get contacted by a lot of people, right? So you want to hook them by saying something different than most people are not saying. Hey, I can help you to get your home sold in 7 days guaranteed, or I will sell it for free. Can I meet with you for 15 minutes? Can I meet with you for 5 minutes? You want to hook them really fast that way. And the guarantee program, here's the catch. They have to list it at your price, right? So in case you're thinking, I'm like, how am I going to make, this guarantee? Well, you're going to give them the guarantee on your price. So that's what you want to do, how you want to go after this market. Also works excellent with for sale by owners as well. The other thing, you could use it for anybody, but I would say that those would be the two markets. So these are the EXP numbers, the EXP stock. We're at $11.85 as of today. The markets, all of the markets are a little impacted. So it's a little bit lower than last week, but just want to keep you guys updated as shareholders, right? That you guys are in this company. We're at $11.85 a share. Another really cool, exciting EXP announcement that we just had is that we had Ed Mylett that's going to be a speaker at the Shareholders Summit in May. So if you guys want to see Ed Mylett, we actually had Ed Mylett at our own event last year, the Think Bigger Mastermind in Anaheim. So it's really cool that, EXP is going to be hosting them at our summit, literally. But this guy made me cry twice already. Ed Mylett is one of the best speakers, honestly. Like, seriously, the guy speaks from the heart. He really speaks from the heart. And he wrote a really great book called The Power of One More. And if you have not read the book, make sure you guys pick that up. But I'm very excited about this. If you guys have not got your tickets to go to Shareholders, make sure you guys go to Shareholders. What an opportunity, guys. As a company, we get to go to a Shareholders Summit, right? I don't know any other company on the real estate industry that has a shareholder summit. Oh, that's right, because they're not owners. That's right, right? That's why they don't have a shareholder summit for the agents. So this is a really cool, awesome opportunity. So we're going to get into a mortgage update, and we got our very special guest, Mr. Carlos Becerra, coming up. Let me go ahead and open up the microphone right here for Mr. Carlos. What's up, man? Give us our 2-minute update. Let us know what's going on in the mortgage industry. You're ready. Oh, wait a minute. Are you muted? Did I mute you? I might have muted you. You're wrapping up.
Can you unmute my other one?
Which one?
The Becerra team one? Because I have my headphones on that one.
Let's see. See if we could do that. Miss Terry. I don't know if we could do that. Un segundo.
The Becerra team is unmuted.
Okay, cool. Let me see. Yep. The Becerra team is unmuted, brother. All right. The mortgage up.
Never mind, I'll do it through here. I can hear me?
Yes, sir. We can absolutely.
Give me a second. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good. Everyone's muted, so I don't expect you guys to answer. Thank you, Leo, for the intro. So yeah, just a quick little update, guys, on what the industry is doing now. I know last week or two, a lot has been kind of going on with what happened with the bank crisis, and are the Feds going to raise the rates? Are they not? For last week, there was like a big announcement saying that they weren't going to focus on the rates and they were going to focus more on the banking system to see what was going to happen. But just expect they meet tomorrow and Wednesday. So I'm anticipating, again, I don't have a crystal ball for rates to go back up. They said that they were going to focus on the banking system. But again, who knows? Today, average rate for VA and FHA opened up at 5.375 to 5.625. The conventional 6.5 to 6.75. And I mean, as you guys saw, I mean, the Leo showed the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Market's still hot. Although rates can be low, they can be high. People are still buying. Market's still moving. So take advantage of it. Something that I do want to add and make sure, if you guys haven't already, on the chat, I'm going to put my Instagram. Last week, I made a video on the new program that's coming out for CalHAPA. It's a 20% down payment assistance being borrowed to your client. So with that 20%, all they need is a 680 FICO score. It does have to be a single family, but they can use, let's just say, 15% of it for down payment, 5% for closing costs, 17% for down payment, 3% for closing costs. So if you guys do have anyone that's been struggling on qualifying because they don't have a large down payment or they have PMI. This is a great program. It does go live March 27th. Again, it's CalHAPA, and they are offering 20% for first-time buyers. For more information on that specific video and how it works, go on my Instagram. I made a reel on it last week, couple days ago. I break it down in detail how exactly it works, how they pay it back. But other than that, guys, if you guys do have any questions, message me, DM me. More than happy to help you guys get your clients qualified with that special program coming out March 27th.
Appreciate you, Carlos. And by the way, guys, because we know this information, right? I literally had somebody that walked into my house. They were installing a new dishwasher that we got, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, I love your house, man. And one day I'm gonna buy a house." And I was like, "Well, what's up? Why don't you got?" I got in conversation with him right away, and then he was like, "Yeah, because of the prices." But I literally brought up that program that Carlos just shared. I said, "You know that CalHAPA is releasing a program on the 27th where you're gonna get 20% down?" He's like, "Wait, what?" Literally, we already made the introduction. Carlos is already helping me to qualify him. So just make sure that you guys got to know about all these niche products, right? Because it's just going to help you in dialogue. So next up, we got Miss Kristen Waite with Waite Legal. She's been amazing with the organization. Just so you guys know, she also has an amazing hotline for all of you realtors, right? I know a lot of you need additional support to have like an attorney, right? To talk to you about any contracts. Kristen has an additional service. So, Kristen, super excited that you're here. Tell us the update for the week, my friend. And I think I need to unmute you. That's right. So, give me a second. There you go.
I felt like Ariel for a second there. Which I guess makes
I'm gonna try to read your lips and see what you see. All right.
Thank you for that intro, Leo. And yes, we do have a hotline. So please make sure you sign up and use it, since we're all about helping agents. This week, what I want to talk about, though, is actually teams, because I think with the market shifting and tightening, we're seeing more people really want to combine their resources and work together as a team. So I've been getting more questions in about that. I just want to go over a few tips for operating as a team, be that a new team or even things that I've seen agents doing wrong when they're already a team. So first and foremost, to be a team, you need 2 people that are licensed with the same broker. So you and your unlicensed assistant buddy cannot form a team together. It has to be you and somebody else licensed. The second big question that I get often about teams is, what name can we use? So the DRB changed this like 5-10 years ago. If you're using the last name of one of your team members, and if you're using the name team, group, or associates, then you don't have to go through the process of filing a DBA or a fictitious business name. You can go ahead and just use that team name without having to deal with the filing process. The third big takeaway tip that I want to leave you guys with is please make sure that you have an agreement, not between just you and your broker, but between the team leader and the team members, because I can't tell you how many times over the years I've seen teams break apart and get into major fights over, this is my client, this should be my commission. You said you were going to do this and you didn't. You really need a very strong team agreement in writing at the time that you're forming that team, because it's just going to prevent fights later on. I also did a blog post too. Those are the only 3 tips I'm going over for our 2 minutes, but if you go onto our website, waitelegal.com, I did a blog about like often overlooked steps in starting a team. So I'll put a link to that there as well.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Kristen. And make sure you drop in your Instagram so they can follow you as well. Follow Kristen, her and her business partner. They do an amazing job of also creating some video content that you guys can take away some really powerful nuggets in 60 seconds. So next up, we have Miss Nina Alvarez with Centerstone Escrow. So we're super excited. Tell us about our weekly escrow tip, my friend. And let me unmute you. That's right. Give me a second. I'm getting used to this. Go for it.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. So today I actually just wanted to share a story because it just happened this morning at 9 o'clock. I got a phone call. I am not a social media expert, but it was a childhood friend from elementary, and she sees that I post that I'm in escrow. So I built enough rapport via social media for her to feel comfortable enough to have me refer her an agent for 3 possible listings, because she wants to sell, her mom and dad want to sell, and then her husband's mom and dad want to sell, and now they want to upgrade into one home together. So when I get those kind of phone calls, and especially throughout these years, there's been several success stories like this that even though I am escrow and I'm, marketing escrow, but when the outside people are looking in, they're just like, oh, she's in real estate and I like her. Maybe she can help me out. So I find social media as a very, very useful tool. And then it's even doing this phone call, it's out of my comfort zone. But then I know one time I heard Leo, you were actually speaking and you said, block out the haters and negativity, because those maybe one or two or three people are the one that holds you back from, being present on social media. So every time I get nervous, your words run through my head and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to either block them or mute them. So, I could get over that fear and continue to do this. So yeah, when I get phone calls like this, it really, it proves to me that I'm doing something right. So yeah, so that was my story for today.
I love it, Nina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing. And for those of you that need an excellent, awesome escrow team, Nina and her team do an excellent job for us. So thank you so much for being here, sharing that nugget. And absolutely, guys, you guys need to 100% need to keep posting on social. You guys need to be out there, right? Like Nina said, she's not even in real estate, like she's getting hit up like, hey, we got 3 listings, right? So this stuff works. As you're putting yourself out there, you're getting yourself visible, right? And this is honestly, this is not something innovative or like crazy. Every single broker, I've been in real estate almost 2 decades, has always told me, Leo, you got to stay top of mind. You got to stay top of mind. So what's the best way to stay top of mind? Well, we got to share on social because that's where our clients are living nowadays. You need to be vocal. You need to let people know what you're doing. Don't be a secret agent. This is not that industry. This is not the industry to be a secret agent. And like Nina said, right, which is really cool because I shared this on the stage, if you are non-expressive, like maybe if you're worried about what people are going to say, what I will challenge you to think about, it may be only like 1 or 2 or 3 people that you're worried about their opinions, right? And I got clear about that, because I post a lot, but I knew that there was a couple of people that I'm like, wait, these people are not even, I'm kind of like, what are they going to say? So I ended up just deleting them from my account altogether, right? Because if somebody's not going to contribute to your success, they're not even my clients anyways, they're not even my customers or my potential customers, just delete them off of your social platforms, right? Focus on the people that you want to be in business with. That's the main thing. So great nugget. Thank you for sharing, Nina. I really appreciate it. And if you need a listing agent, hit me up. All right. So cool. Mike, right? That's just right. So what I want to talk to you guys about this week, focus on making deposits, right? As real estate agents, you guys got to have a farming mindset. You guys have to make deposits. And I'm going to ask you guys a silly question. And I'm going to ask you guys a silly question because I know it's a silly question. But if you had a bank account and you made 0 deposits, can you go to this bank account and withdraw? Right? No, right? It's a silly question, right? You cannot go withdraw from that bank account if you haven't made deposits. So that's the same thing you want to do in your real estate business, right? And it may seem like you depositing like 1 deposit today, 1 conversation, and our deposits are conversations, it's follow-ups, it's a social media post, right? It's an email, it's at a networking event, it's you knocking on their door, it's you, just, wishing them happy birthday. Deposits, 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 deposits. Over time, all of those deposits, you're going to look at your bank account. You're going to be like, whoa, I have accumulated a ton of money, right? Or I've accumulated a ton of clients in this case, in the real estate perspective. So you got to get really clear that in order to make withdrawals, you got to make deposits. Every single day, you got to make deposits, right? No matter what. Because those daily deposits, even though they may seem insignificant, will add up to something. And God works in mysterious ways. And this has always happened to me in my life. I keep making deposits, I keep making deposits, I keep making deposits, I keep following up, I keep having conversations, I keep doing video. And then some miraculous way, I end up getting an amazing client or an opportunity for a business, which I would have never imagined. So you also got to be detached from how it's going to look. That's God's business, right? I mean, I don't want to get religious on you guys, but that's God's business. How you're going to receive your deposits is none of your business. You got to just make sure that you're making the deposits every single day. That way, one day you can make withdrawals. But again, it's going to come to you in mysterious ways. And you also have to have a mindset where you're detached and you're doing it for the long haul, right? Because it's not enough for you to just make deposits once in a while. You got to make deposits way past what you think, right? Because you may think, I've made enough deposits. I've done all these things. And this is how you know if you've made enough deposits, right? I'm going to give you guys a secret. This is how you know. The moment that you start to see business coming to you, or you start to see like the actual evidence in your life. So, somebody got some music in the background bumping. That's how you know that you could make deposits, right? Like literally, that's what it is, guys. But because I get this question all the time from many people. I'm like, man, I've done this for so long. I've made this many calls. I made this many follow-up calls. I followed up. Well, do you have the result? Yes or no? Because if you have the result, that means that you've made enough deposits. If you didn't have the result, maybe you didn't make enough deposits, right? But I do know this, that you sustain that energy, you sustain that service over time, God will reward you in miraculous ways that you can't even imagine, right? In ways that you can't even imagine. That's why I'm always very grateful for everything that happens in my life. You know what? Because I know God has my back and he's serving me no matter what is happening. And I think that's a really cool mindset to have right around things that happen. Maybe you have a difficult transaction, or maybe you had, maybe you didn't have a great week or a great month. Well, I think everything is serving you, right? If you have the mindset that everything is serving me, then everything is always going to work out. I mean, you can also think that nothing is working out for you, but I don't think that's going to get you results, right? So I want to encourage you to make deposits every single day. Remember this, guys, this sport that we call real estate is a contact sport. This is a contact sport. This is not a sport where, we can just sit around and hope that somebody's going to call me about buying or selling a house. It does work sometimes. Maybe you have a large sphere of influence, or you've made deposits in the past in another field. But if you haven't made deposits, you can't just expect to receive those business opportunities that you're wishing for. And right now, as we already went over, guys, there's plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of opportunities, right? And you have two options. You can say, I'm going to focus on the opportunity that's in front of me, or I'm going to focus on all the media, because right now we are being distracted more than ever, right? It's loud out there. It's loud with money. It's loud with the government. It's loud with all of this stuff. The louder it gets, the more difficult it is to make deposits and stay focused. So because we know that going into it, read your goals, guys. That's why I start off every single one of these meetings with reading your goals. Read your goals. Okay, what's my agenda? Because this is what I do know. If you are not going to take the time to actually do something about what you're watching on this media outlets, don't invest your time and energy into it. Because if you actually are going to be out there, doing some work, something politically, then go ahead and focus on that. But if you're not, let's focus on serving our customers, because our customers need us. They need us to be professional. They need us to be open. They need us to be sharp. They need us to give us, I really think that we are the biggest contributors to the economy, the real estate industry. We are on the front lines, guys. So our customers are going to move at the beat of our drum, right? And each one of us has our sphere of influence, right? So if you are being a light for the people in your circle, right, whether that be on social media or in person, you're going to inspire people to want to work with you. And trust me, people are not going to reach out to you if you're not putting yourself out there, and if you're just going with the narrative. You got to give them some information, right? And people are going to buy real estate regardless of what's happening. People have to buy and people have to sell. Evidence, we have the market update, right? So that's what I want to go over with you guys. Another thing that I want to share with you guys, and this is going to be a little bit more on the EXP side, because I shared all the stuff that we're doing on trainings, right? We also have a ton of trainings with EXP, right? So don't forget this. We have almost 100 trainings on a weekly basis. Look, this is only 1 day of trainings here, guys. Monday, stacked with trainings, right? Tuesday, stacked with trainings, right? Look at that. Like I can't even, I scroll and this is still one day, right? So don't ever think that you don't have enough content or enough training. I mean, there's plenty of stuff. The blue ones are going to represent more sales stuff. The green ones are going to represent a little bit more of like vendors, and then the red ones are going to represent state specific trainings. So there's a lot of trainings. Make sure you guys go to these, right? The other thing, if you guys have not seen your marketing center, you guys have a ton of stuff. This is a living library, guys. You have automated stuff, farming, you know, walled garden, which is another Facebook ad campaign that we just added to our marketing center. This is a living library. So make sure that if you guys want to send out postcards, flyers, brochures, you know, single property websites, you guys want to make Facebook ads, put stuff on social media, it's already sized up for you guys. You guys don't even need to do this stuff. It's going to be sized on your story format. It's going to be sized on your Instagram format, on your Facebook format, even videos. Pre-made videos are already loaded up for you guys. So all of this stuff is loaded up here in your eXp Marketing Center. So make sure you guys check that out. And the other thing I would say, to get business, make sure you guys go to the Facebook Workplace. This is a great way for you guys to generate referrals. 88,000 plus agents are in this platform. And if I was you, I would figure out who's moving into California from what state, right? Or moving out of it, right? And just network with people in other states, because people are posting stuff and I get hit up at least 3 to 4 to 5 times a day. Hey, do you know somebody here? Do you know somebody here? If you were part of these groups, you would be able to get these referrals on the receiving end. So make sure that you guys dive deep into the Facebook Workplace, because there's a wealth of information there. So the next thing I want to share with you guys, it's the book of the week, I believe here. The book of the week is Letting Go with David Hawkins. I just did a video about this. This book is one of my favorites of all time. Like literally in my top 3 books, this is part of my top 3 books, and it's called Letting Go by David Hawkins. This book right here will get you emotionally aware, right? Because IQ is really important, right? To be intelligent, but EQ, emotional intelligence, is more important to keep you in the game, right? So these are the top 8 points that I found in the book. I've read this book probably 2 to 3 times, but this book, I would hands down recommend it. You guys got to read this stuff. That way you guys are prepared for the changes that are happening, right? Because you got to be self-aware, right? The reason why I'm able to stay unstoppable is because I understand how to maneuver energy that comes my way, right? Everything is energy. When you have a conversation, when you have a transaction, everything is energy. If you don't know how to move all of this energy, then you're going to get stuck. You're going to be out the game. What I want to do is keep you guys in the game, because that's the difference between the people that crush it and the people that don't, right? And I know this because I've been on the other end when I didn't crush it. I was taken out the game for a year and a half because I wasn't emotionally aware. I thought that I failed and I became a failure. I identified myself as that. And it took me a year and a half to bounce back and say, you know what? I'm not a failure. I just failed in this domain in this specific time, but I have the ability to take new actions, right? So this book is going to give you really powerful awareness to be able to do that. So that's the book of the week right there. Highly recommended. Letting Go, David Hawkins. And the ideas, right? Powerful morning routine. Make sure you guys are doing something in the morning that's feeding your mind, right? Read that book that I just shared, watch a video, feed your mind. Also, one thing that I started doing as I'm also weightlifting again. I was doing a lot of cardio and doing things like that. I got myself back into the gym and I'm lifting weights and I feel stronger. I feel more powerful. My body feels good, right? So it's all about making yourself feel good, right? So pick whatever makes you feel good and get you in a good mood, because that mood is gonna, it's gonna be in conversations. It's gonna be in presentations. You're gonna show up different, right? And 2 appointments a day, guys. Non-negotiable every single day. Your business, you got to keep your business open. You got to do 2 appointments a day. Grow your brand on social. We talked about this. Plug into the trains. Show up, right? Because we can't do that for you guys. And prospect, right? Have conversations. Build relationships and bring value. So the next thing, what are you going to create this week, right? Set an intention. How many listings are you going to sign? How many open escrows? How many closings are you going to have this week? How many agents will you attract to the company, right? Have a specific goal. That way, that's your target, right? That way you can have the RAS, the reticular activating system, working for you and detecting these opportunities every single week. So create that goal. Make sure you have that written down. You probably already have it, but if you don't, make sure you write it down. So who I am is the possibility of being powerful and resourceful, right? You guys got to remember this, guys. We're not human doings. We're human beings, right? I don't know if you guys ever even thought about that. We're human beings, not human doings, right? So in the ways of being, and that's why I picked words, because that's going to give you the energy to show up everywhere you go. So pick whatever words you guys want. I also have a theme for the year, and it's called Prosperity Unleashed, right? So you guys want to pick words that are themes, because that's going to help you to stay in the game when things start hitting the fan. So that is what I have for you guys today. It's 10:40. I like to make these 30 to 40 minutes every single week. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have tuned in. I hope you guys got value. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to bring you guys some more powerful content. But get out there, make things happen. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out at any time. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Let's have an amazing week. Let's go. And let me unmute all you guys so I can hear you guys, or hopefully I can. I don't even know if I could do this, but never mind, I can't. Just type it into the chat. I don't know how to do this anymore. I messed with my settings. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Have an amazing day. All right. All right.